What is up, my Hans family? Oh my gosh, it feels like it has been a fucking minute since I have made a video, especially a body paint video, oh my goodness. But I am here with a little mini body paint series that I'm going to do, which is going to be the 4 elements. Fucking avatar up in here. We're starting it off strong in this one with fire, and the other 3 are to come, so make sure to subscribe and keep on watching. Alright, so starting out with my little bare face, as usual, duh. And a side, kind of sassy ponytail. I put some red and orange in my hair though, so that's pretty sassy, I'd say. Using a NYX Jumbo Milk Pencil, I'm just going to draw out where I want the little rock-hardened lava pieces. You know, obviously when lava hardens and cools down, it turns into some cool rock. So I just want to put those all over my body and my face, and I'm trying to keep my features into play a little bit. And holy shit, it looks like I just drew a penis on my shoulder. Oh my goodness. But I wanted to look like my collarbones and kind of part of my skull was hardened into the rock, and I left part of my face exposed just so that I had a little skin in there too. Cover that skin exposed part with some foundation, and using Mehron's Orange Paradise Paint, I'm just going to start filling in the lava parts. I went with the mid-tone, so obviously I'm going to go in with the lava with reds and yellows and shit, so I want to start with the mid-tone. That's always my favorite. That's obviously orange between the two. These are water-activated body paints, so you just put some water on that shit and blend it together and they get all creamy. I did do a couple layers of the orange just so that it was pretty opaque, but we are going to be layering this a lot, so you don't need to go too ham, because if you are layering it way too much, sometimes it can crack, and that's no bueno. Now with some red, I want to show the darkness of the lava, especially around the rocks, because the rocks are, you know, casting a little shadow downwards onto the lava. So keep the red just right against the edges where the rock is, and you can blend it right into the orange. And, you know, if you have a hard time blending the red into the orange, just add a little bit more orange onto your brush. Use the water to help blend the colors together, because since they are water activated, you can always just use straight water to blend the colors. It's pretty much like painting. If you guys have ever painted with acrylic paint, it's pretty simple. You can use a lot of water to get the paints to manipulate them the way you want. I'm also using the paint to add a few more little cracks in the rock, because, you know, the lava is the coolest part of this look, so I want plenty of that everywhere. And a little coffee break, oh fuck yeah. Now with brown water-activated body paint, I am just filling in the rocks. But while it's still wet, I do add a little bit of white just on top to start to build the texture of the rocks. To even slightly possibly make these look realistic, there needs to be a fuck ton of texture. So I'm mixing the brown and white together just to start creating little lines, and you want the edges of the rock to be the lightest. Just because those will be right up against the lava, and you want them to look like they're kind of lifting up a little bit, you know what I'm saying, you know? So make sure to add lots of white. And like I was saying before, in the lava, you know, take your features into consideration with this too. I add a little bit more extra highlight on top of where the high points of my face would actually be. And you can mix the colors however you choose, you know, make some rock super light or some super dark. Just do whatever floats your boat, you know. Try to make them really jagged. Lava rock is super jagged. Fuck walking on that, hell no. And to start to kind of create the look of it cascading onto my skin portion, I just draw a few extra little small rocks. Fill in the rest of your body, continuing to add white where you want, and this is just going to be the first little layer. We're going to go back in for lots more texture. I utilize my fingers a lot too when I am doing looks, because that can help to soften the color just a little bit if you put too much on. With just that straight white paint, I'm going to start adding some more dots, especially focusing around the edges. Dots are a really good way to make it kind of look like a sandy texture on the rocks. So those first little lines we put down, add a little bit of depth into them, but the little dots will help it look kind of grainy. I was searching for a word there to use, and that was the only one I could think of, grainy. But you gotta say it like that, you can't say it normal. You gotta say it with that grainy texture in your voice. Again, that lava is the coolest part of this look in my opinion, so I added a few more little cracks on the larger rocks just with some red and orange body paint mixed together right on top of that, but make sure the brown paint is dry before you go in with the red. because then you'll mix them all together and you'll have to keep layering, and ugh, it's just a big old thing. With yellow body paint, I'm taking it on the really open parts of the lava that would be the brightest, right in the middle of that orange, and using a fluffy brush just to tap the color in and blend it is a really easy way to brighten it up. To make that even brighter though, I am adding just a little bit of white onto these areas, because the white will make it the absolute brightest, make it look like white hot lava. Picking up Corrupt and Cherry Cola, two of my Trinity, my Holy Trinity shades from Makeup Geek. Cherry Cola is a dark red, Corrupt is a black. I'm going to start darkening right under the rocks onto the lava. This will act as the shadow that is going down onto the lava, and also kind of show where the lava is starting to harden and get cold, and then to make these smoldering little rocks. Back in with the texture, man. I couldn't stop at just that. I gotta have this textured out the dick hole here. So I just keep adding more and more dots and really brightening up the edges, especially because I may have kind of gone over the rocks a little bit with that black shadow, and putting these white portions right against the edge are gonna make those shadows pop really intensely. Continuing with a little bit of black body paint, I draw in some more little dots throughout the look, again just to add more and more depth. When it comes to the lips, I wanted them to as well just look like they were part of the lava. Did I just smell that lipstick? Did I just smell you? But this is Jeffree Star's Checkmate, which it smells pretty heavenly, so I get why I smelled it. All over the lips, and then using a little bit of yellow body paint just to brighten up the center, the same as we did the other lava pieces. And just grabbing a little bit of black shadow on this Made You Look angled brush to darken one corner. The rocks would cast a shadow onto our natural skin, so I'm using a little bit of Mocha, the last in my Holy Trinity, and Corrupt just to darken that a little bit. I use that same Mocha to contour very lightly, and as I was doing this, I was like, fuck, I really want this side to look very smoldering and kind of the burned side, like the ashes got all over my face. So I'm using a little bit of an orange shadow all over the eye, bringing in a little bit of red just to kind of define around where the eyebrow is, and darkening it as I go, using any leftover shadow I have on this brush to just really dry brush over some ashy looking color. Give me 1 second while I put on one contact and a wig. And this is the final look. I really love it. It's so much fun painting this. Like, oh man, you guys, I really just missed sitting and body painting. So I'm really fucking excited for this series, and I hope you are too. I gotta get back to my basics, back to just painting. That's me, just painting. Anyways, please subscribe if you haven't already. The next video will be this week. Can you guys guess what element it's going to be? Let me know down below. And as always, I absolutely love the fuck out of you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!